Everyone. So we have read the short story with perhaps the longest name in the world, How to Transform an Everyday Ordinary Hoop Court into a Place of Higher Learning with You at the Podium by Matt De La Pena. And so far, we've really focused on the main character and his perspective. I want to remind you that perspective is another word for worldview, or how someone views and interprets the events that happen around them. Readers not only pay attention to details that give insight about the main character's perspectives, they also read between the lines to learn more about the minor characters and consider their perspectives. The author rarely spells this out for us, though, and we rarely get to see the inner thinking of these minor characters. So to understand them, we need to look at the details embedded in their dialogue and their actions. So to show you how to do this, I'm going to reread a section of the short story. It's the section where the cop has questioned the narrator for sleeping in his father's car and is taken to his father's workplace. Here we go. As I read, pay attention to what the father says and does and how that might shape his perspective. After the cop explains the situation, your pop will put on an uncomfortable smile and vouch for you. He'll say you're a good kid, that you're just down here to play some ball at a gym in Balboa Park. He'll shake hands with the cop enthusiastically, thanking him for his service and apologizing for any trouble you may have caused. Soon as the cop leaves, though, your pops will transform back into himself. "Don't worry about that power-happy bendejo," he'll say, rubbing your shoulder. "You didn't do nothing wrong." "I was just sleeping." Mexicans are allowed to sleep too. He'll look at you straight in the eyes, nodding. And in this moment, you'll feel closer to your old man than ever before. Okay, so I'm looking for dialogue and actions that show the father's perspective. And the first thing that jumps out at me is how he acts towards the cop. He'll shake hands with the cop enthusiastically, thanking him for his service and apologizing for any trouble you may have caused. Up until this point, the father really hasn't been polite or respectful, and here he's being especially polite. So what this tells me is that the father has probably learned throughout his life that he needs to be polite to cops. The other part that really pops out is when he says to his son, "You didn't do nothing wrong." This is atypical of the father because up until now, he really hasn't been compassionate towards his son. And here he is. So I'm thinking the father is trying to teach his son that he didn't do anything wrong, but sometimes, even when people don't do anything wrong, they're mistreated by the cops. And the father here seems really salty towards the cop. It seems like he's experienced discrimination like this from cops before. A lot of times when we're reading, we'll come across a line that we feel is really important. We heard it before when the narrator says, or the main character says, that basketball is his way out. And here we have the line, "Mexicans are allowed to sleep too." And this to me seems like a really important line. I'm thinking this shows the father's worldview that Mexicans deserve to be treated respectfully by the cops, even though this isn't always the case. Okay, so in this passage, I looked at dialogue and I looked at actions of the father to interpret his worldview. The author didn't spell out the worldview for me. I had to do that inferencing work on my own. So what you're going to do today is identify a main character in your short story or book, and you're going to identify that character's perspective. The author may include some inner thinking, but you'll have to look at their actions and dialogue too. Good luck.